Hi Pisces, welcome. So Pisces, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. And there you are, your card popped out, literally. Pisces, here you are, crowning your own reading. I love it. This is going to be a great reading. So it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's go ahead and get into it. So Pisces, it's funny because when I was meditating, my nose started itching all of a sudden. Which is like an intuitive hit for me, right? As a reader. And so I feel like, listen to your intuition. First of all, your intuition is always speaking to you, but you can hear it the loudest when you yourself are at your best, or when you're clearest in your energy, in your mind. And it is Pisces season, and happy birthday to all of my Pisces. So you're definitely in your element, so to speak, being it's your birthday season. So utilize that to your advantage. And then I also heard in the meditation, am I good enough? So I don't know if that is something you've been pondering, Pisces, or someone has been asking maybe you that. But of course, undoubtedly, the answer is always going to be yes from your higher self. Your higher self, source, God, whatever you want to call it, sees you as divine, as worthy, as good. You're good. You're good. Others may not feel you're good, but thank goodness others aren't source. So never judge your own goodness by the opinion of other people, because most people don't even know their own goodness, better yet yours. But you know who always knows how good you are? Your higher self, and is always streaming that love to you. And when you deviate from the belief that you're good, when you allow others to influence your mind or to make you question that, you feel terrible. And you know why you feel terrible? Because you've gone way off the beaten path as to how your higher self sees you. And anytime you deviate from the goodness that your source knows that you are, you will feel that rumble strip in your emotions. And because your emotions are your emotions, is your emotional guidance system. It's letting you know, when you've diverted via your thoughts away from who you truly are. And who you truly are is good, deserving, worthy, loved. Heck yes. So remember that. Anyways, here's your card, Pisces. This card is talking about you. Imaginative, compassionate energy, healing, sensitive energy, almost magical type of stuff happening around you if you pay attention. Sometimes this can be a little bit of an escapist vibe or a little bit impractical, but I feel like, again, Pisces, this is you in your wheelhouse. This energy is here to support you, okay? So let's see what else we have coming through. You have the card of control and the Four of Pentacles. So Pisces, when it comes to areas of your life to give your focus to, ask yourself, what areas of my life do I have control over? And what areas of my life do I not have control over? And one of the areas you absolutely do not have control over is the opinion of others. So this is a theme that's coming through the guidance. Again, a reminder to you that you are only in charge of how you feel about other people, not how they feel about you. And every time you get it backwards, you feel disempowered. When you start trying to see yourself through the eyes of another and then change and morph yourself to fit what they want to see, you disempower yourself and you bring yourself out of alignment. That's not to say not to have understanding, not to be able to empathize, with someone else, but not to your detriment, not to where it takes you out of that good feeling space, right? So be careful what you're lending your mind to, Pisces. Like, I feel like that's kind of the overall theme of the reading. There's some sort of transformation or change coming through here for you. And it's about that need to control, right? Or need to control others' perspectives. And yes, there's also this feeling of nostalgia coming through, like deja vu almost, like, I've been here before. There might be something going on that feels familiar to you, but you're being asked to be patient, okay, Pisces, to be patient with yourself, be patient with others, and focus on caring about yourself, caring about how you feel. Let's go into the thought space. Gosh, your cards are messy. We're going to go into this a little bit deeper, the headspace and how you're thinking, and also the emotional space, how you're feeling, and what you need to know there, and then the big spiritual picture. Oh my gosh, your card is out twice. This is definitely a birthday reading. Look at you showing off on your birthday. Okay. Don't mind me. Anyways, the King of Swords, Death and Rebirth, the Magician, and the Moon. It's funny that the Magician came out because I was getting messages around like magic, you know, something like feeling like magic. Sometimes when we manifest things, which we're always manifesting, right? It's just whether we're consciously connecting the dots and realizing that or not. But sometimes it does feel like magic. You might have something fall into place for you during this time frame, and it just seems like magic, you know, like there could be something that a goal being realized or something that you're coming into realization of, and it's just like, yeah, how did that come together? The universe has this funny way of surprising and delighting us when we're open to it, when we're receptive to it. And one of the best things I heard the other day is, if you want to test the universe, if you want to test law of attraction, you know, just to make sure it's an actual law and it's working, and it is, and it's consistent. But if you want to test it out, say to yourself when you wake in the morning, well, since I'm so good and so blessed, why doesn't the universe show me today all the reasons why I'm blessed? Set that as your intention in the morning. Wake up and say, since I am such a good, deserving person, and you are, then let them blessings rain down. Ask the universe to show you signs of how blessed you are, and watch what unfolds for you that day. Watch with anticipation and excitement. But if you make that statement to the universe and you don't really believe it because you don't believe in your own worth, you're not going to be able to realize the blessings that are being bestowed to you. Because the law of attraction cannot buck your own attraction point or your own beliefs. So all the more reason to believe that you're deserving, you're blessed, you're on this planet. You have co-creative sources within you. You did not come here by accident. You think this is happening by accident? Absolutely not. This is orchestrated for you, for your enjoyment, for your life. Step away from the worrisome ego patterns of this planet just for a day and ask the universe, because it has the wherewithal to deliver you anything you ask for. Ask the universe to show you proof of how good you really are. I promise to be the best day of your life. Anyways, so King of Swords, Death and Rebirth. Big changes coming through. And what's changing? Your mentality, your thoughts about self. And because of that, there's something that wants to pop into your reality, Pisces, that may feel like magic to you. And magic is possible when we sit in the belief and the knowing that it's ours, right? So there's something here that's manifesting that maybe feels dreamy to you. It's a very spiritual energy here. It's coming through on an emotional level as well. It could also be coming through the friends structure. There could be celebrations. Of course, it's your birthday season, so this often speaks of like getting together with people who care about you, doing things that feel fun to you, being open to, yes, the universe demonstrating to you how loved you really are. So let's go deeper into the emotional space then. And I had a song come through when I was getting ready to do your reading. I've got it before, but I love it. He says, living in this big blue world with my head up in outer space. And I know it will be A-O-A-O-K. Yes, it'll be A-O-A-O-K. Yeah. Cheesy, right? I don't know. Whatever. All right, you have the Hermit, the Four of Swords. This is what's showing up in the heart space within love and emotion. Why the Four of Swords? Yeah, it's like rest easy. Things are on their way to you. And I feel like you can feel this. Like, I feel like you're actually feeling a little bit more clear, right? A little bit more in control. And there's the Ten of Cups coming through. So this emotional transformation, this love, this support coming through for you. There's 2 cards about gaining another perspective and self-reflection and being at peace with it. There's something you're coming to peace with, and I don't feel like it has to deal with another person. Although your mind may make it about another person, it's really coming to peace with self, you know, about realizing how in tune and connected you are and how deserving you are, and allowing yourself to feel that, to really, really feel that, because it's the truth. And that's why it feels good. When we think good thoughts about self, it feels good. Why does it feel good? Because your higher self agrees. That's how your higher self sees you. When we feel negatively about ourselves, or we are talking negatively to ourselves, we diminish ourselves, and it feels terrible. And why is that? That's because you cut yourself off from your higher self's knowing, and your higher self knows your worth. Now, whether you know your worth, that's a variable, right? But this is time to get more in charge of that and get ahead of that and begin to believe in the absolute blessing that you are as a human being, you know? I don't know why I'm getting so deep with you. Maybe for your birthday, you need to hear that, or it's like, yes, Pisces, yes, let all that goodness flow into you. Yes, I hope this gasses you up, because it's the truth. So you have the Knight of Pentacles. Now you have the Tower out twice, which is 3 times, actually. 3 cards of change, transformation, endings, beginnings. And where is this coming through? This is coming through the idea of self, but it's also coming through changing your perspective about the need to control anything outside of self or other people's opinions or what other people are doing, and to allow yourself to move away from that energy and to get into the space of just caring about how you feel. How do you choose to see others? How loving do you choose to be, regardless of what other people may be doing, saying, or thinking? Right? The Ace of Cups. Dang, this is beautiful. My gosh, I wasn't going to do your reading today, but I'm so glad I did, because this is like amazing. These are all good cards. So it's like there's this slow progression here towards this big shift that wants to come through, and it's coming through relationships in particular, but also commitments and your spiritual self. And it's like just being in the space of more love. But I'm not talking about others loving you more. I'm talking about you being more loving, because nobody benefits more from you being loving than you. Because when you're looking at an object of affection and you're flowing that love, don't you feel wonderful? You're benefiting from being loving. Now, certainly the person that is getting the affection is benefiting as well, but you are the ultimate benefiter when you choose love over any other emotion. It's got nothing to do with anybody else. That's when you're at your highest power. That's when you're the most empowered, and that's when you feel the best, right? So find something to focus that loving self on. Find an object of affection. Doesn't have to be a person, could be a thing, could be a pet, could be anything. And flow and flow and flow that love. Allow yourself to get into that space, and then notice how all the other things in your life that have been resistant or hard to deal with or a holdout begin to soften and come to your wavelength, Pisces, because everything in your life is responding to your vibration. Your vibration. And sometimes we cut ourselves off from being the true loving people that we are because we allow others to influence that. We allow the opinion of others to influence that. But other people don't have that power unless you give it to them. Don't give it to them. But that doesn't mean be hateful and uncaring. That means don't let them take you away from the loving person that you are. Don't let them take you from your happy space, Pisces. Don't let them have that control over you. Yes? This is about getting back into control over how you feel. And that ultimately being the keys to your success, that ultimately transforming a situation that allows you to feel more like yourself, that ultimately puts you in a place of being able to hear your intuition. And then because you're in that good feeling space, you're magnetic, you're attractive. People want to be around you, Pisces. People want to be of support to you. They want to be in your presence because your presence is pleasant. Right? Sometimes we want people to love us even when we're not being pleasant. It's hard to love someone who's being irritated and angry. I'm not saying it's impossible, but ask yourself how easy that is to flow love towards someone like that. It's not easy. But people cannot buck your own current. So if you yourself are in a state of being unlovable, do not be surprised when you are not attracting that out of other people. All right? It's about loving yourself. It's about coming into that space. But there's so many beautiful things here for you. There's a change in perspective. There's something magical like about this energy or dreamy. You could feel like your rest state or your sleep state improves during this time frame. Your intuition may be improving, and therefore big transformations coming through the relationship and love sector. But it's also empowering you, ultimately empowering you. And this is like hands down my favorite reading ever. So let's see what else, Pisces. Let's see what the guidance is. It says, ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, tired, irritated, and impatient are signs that you're not grounded. Now's the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself and reconnect with the divine. This is about finding and grounding yourself, Pisces, and remembering that you are a divine, good, loving person. Beautiful reading. I love this for you. Zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or in your own birth chart. Scorpio, Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Aries, and Leo. Those are the predominant signs I'm seeing, but it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram as well. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my social media accounts, all of it linked in the description box below, as well as in the About section where you can find the donation link. if you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Pisces. And until next time, my friends, namaste.